Hello again, I am John Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. Tonight, round 7 of Season 2, we are heading to Monaco. And it's going to be another long, painful race, I think, here at Monaco. We don't have great pace, that much we do know. I'm not quite sure how I want to approach qualifying yet, given that we've got potential rain. I mean, it's the race strategy I'm not sure about. I mean, technically, the one stop might be the better option here, but we've found so far this season that if we want to actually be competitive, we have to push our tyres, which pushes us onto a two-stop. That might not work here, simply because of how hard it is to overtake, and how hard the AI fights now on the new difficulty settings. So yeah, I don't know whether we try and tough it out on a one-stop or we go for a two-stop. I need to think about that one as we progress through the weekend. I guess I'll see what our performance is going to be like as we get through qualifying. Let's take a quick look at our car analysis. So that's where our car sits on paper. I mean, decent speed, decent DRS, although the DRS is really not that important here. I mean, it can help with pretty much the one real overtaking opportunity, which is the main straight. And then you've got okay levels of high-speed downforce, pretty poor levels of low and medium downforce, and of course the low is important here. Brake cooling is worst on the grids, which does not instill us with a lot of confidence for our drivers not putting it in the barrier. Yeah, I'm wary of this race. I think this could be over very quickly, potentially. Our drivers have shown a propensity to do some damage to the car, and we are not exactly flush with spare parts. As you can see, we do have another front wing that will be ready in 2 days. That'll be ready on the day of the race. So if we do stuff one up during qualifying, at least we can replace that front wing. But if we break any other ones, we're in trouble. Let's see, what else do we have in stock? Well, we've got no spare chassis. We've got, let's say, that one spare front wing on the way. No spare underfloors. No spare suspensions. So any kind of prang could be it. You know, depending on when it happens. It's not good. In terms of parts on the way, though, we do have a replacement suspension being worked on, a new rear wing, and a new chassis, but we've just had to shut down our design centre again. So that's really hurting us now on our car development. We're falling a bit behind on the kind of schedule that I was trying to create. So let's see, 35 days, when is that going to actually hit? Let's take a look at our calendar. So the suspension is going to be ready. Well, let's see. First of all, we've got that's a boardroom upgrade, and the chassis. So the chassis will be ready for manufacturing 3 days before Canada. So the chassis will be ready for Austria. The rear wing, which I was hoping to have for Austria, we now won't have until for Montreal. We now won't have until Austria. And then the suspension, which I was hoping to have ready for Silverstone, we now are not going to have that ready until we go to Hungary. So yeah, it's putting us behind on where these parts were supposed to be dropping. It's frustrating, especially given how performance. But now you can see, you know, potential problem. Everything's been shut down for 8 days. We've still got 5 more days of that shutdown to go before we can start working on the parts again. And it's coming at a bad time. We need those parts to improve our pace. So any delays will significantly hurt us, especially considering this is the second problem we've had. This time it's the wind tunnel. Before it was the design center fire, and that shut us down for, I think, for 10 days. So we've lost, 2.5 weeks of development time compared to everybody else on the grid. It's not good. It's not good. And it's come at a point when we're trying to pump out quite a lot of parts in both situations as well, which makes it even worse. Right, performance targets for tonight. I'm going to go one car into Q2, because I don't think we can get them both through. 2 in the top 12 is, well, actually, it is potentially a rain-affected quali. I'm going to gamble and try and earn a bit of extra cash. I'm going to gamble one car into Q3 and 2 cars into Q2. Fastest lap's the incentive. Interesting. Finish position, I'm just going to go 1 in the top 15. Because that's all we seem to be able to manage at the moment. Quali position streak, 2 in the top 14 for 2. I don't think we can sustain that. We might get it tonight, but I don't think we'll sustain it. And a finish position streak, 1 in the top 15 for 2. That we should be able to achieve, but it's not really worth a huge amount of money. Right. Let's head to Monaco.
Welcome along to one of the biggest weekends in motorsport, here in Monaco. Cars have been racing through Monaco's streets since 1929, and this weekend is no exception, as we get to watch the new generation of world-class drivers take over Monte Carlo. The world's most famous street track, Circuit de Monaco, and it demands total accuracy from teams and drivers alike. Pit stops are crucially important for passing here, so timing them right can be the key to victory.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But all the teams are fighting hard, and there's everything to play for.
Now let's crack on with the weekend.
So hello to everyone in chat. We've got Baron, we've got Mr. Water, Victor's here. Good to see Victor, and Farah's here as well. Hello to everyone else who's also stealth watching. Let's have a quick look at what I'm missing in the chat. Plenty of walls for our drivers to hit tonight. Yes, thanks for that, Farah. Right, into setup for the cars. Let's start with swapping out parts. Go with that gearbox. I'm almost tempted to just run rubbish parts this weekend, just to avoid good stuff being destroyed, but we need to be semi-competitive at the very least. It's 21 laps of fuel for a run here at Monaco. There we go. Let's put in, well, we are on the weakest parts we've got for Oscar. These parts are burning up pretty quickly because they're doing an entire weekend every weekend. They're doing all 3 practices, qualifying and then the race. So they're all wearing out very, very quickly. And let's start now putting some setups on the car. So I'm going to go with a 10, a 16, a 9.1, a 3.15 and a 0.35. Let's try that. And for Liam, we're going to go with a 9.5, a 16, an 8.2, a 3.5, and a 0.85. That's not going to work. The cornering is out of the window. So let me try putting that one then onto what we've done for Oscar, and maybe switch the setups around instead. Let's go 3.15 and what was it, 0.35. Yeah, okay. So I like to switch, I like to have different setups for the drivers, just to try and increase the chances of hitting at least one of them pretty close on the first run. There are occasions when you will get both drivers running the same setup, but they are pretty few and far between. That is right on the edge of the cornering, but it is just in the window, so we will try that. If it's wrong, it's wrong. We'll make some adjustments. Right, yes, there we go. We are ready.
Radio check? Yep, radio check. Yep, copy safe. A bit less curb. Yep, copy.
Sorry to hear that, Baron. That's never good. I did notice actually your colours changed from brown to pink. Are you on a different account, or just done some tinkering?
Your limitation.
Right, 87%, that's not too bad for Lawson. 93% for Oscar, a little bit better. Still need to do a bit of work with both cars.
What do you think?
And we have a little bit of F1 news for you. The sprint calendar for 2024 has been announced. 4 of the races from this season that's just finished will continue to sprint. They will be Brazil, Kota, Qatar, and what was the other one? I can't remember the fourth one. And China will be, and Miami will be added onto the calendar as sprints next season. So, once again, we are theoretically going back to China. Whether that actually happens or not, time will tell. But we haven't been to China since 2019. So, it's been a while. Right, setup changes. What do I want to try? Let's have a look at 9.5, 16... 9.1, 3.2. That's not going to work. That is definitely not going to work. Alright, let me try going 9.5, 16, 8.2, 3.5. 0.85. I think we tried this before, didn't we, at the start? And this was, yeah, it's not going to work. 10, 16, 8.2, 3.35, 0.65. That's not enough movement on the toe. I'm going to have to wing this one, I think. Let me have a look at maybe doing a... No, 7.3 is not going to work. It's going to need to be a 9.1, I think. 9.1. 3.2.15. That might work. Yeah, let's go with that. Trying to hodgepodge something. Oh, here we go. 10/16, 9.1, 3.1, and a 0. Yeah, that's pretty close. We'll give that one a go. Let's take a look at Oscar. Alright, so I need to pull the camber in a little bit, but we're not too far off. I'll push the front wing up to a 10. Pull that in a bit more like that. I'll go with that. See how we get on with that. Evening, MGL. Right, just waiting on this feedback. Please tell me we've nailed this. 81. Oh, we've gone the wrong way. That's not good. Gonna have to address that one pretty quickly at the end of the session. What about Oscar? Did we at least get Oscar's car in the right position? We gained a couple of percent, but only a couple. Oh wow, we are way off on the toe there. Alright, let's try pushing that to there and then whizzing that all the way up to there. That's not enough of a change on the front wing or the traction. So let me go to a 3.2, 0.7. Still not convinced. What have I got that's similar to this in the book? Not a lot. Yeah, we are definitely in experimental conditions here. I'm going to go there. Just give that a run. And let's take a look at Oscar. Okay, getting close. Let me try bopping that down to 0.5. My videos have given you a good knowledge and understanding of how to build up a team. Oh, I'm glad that you've been able to get some useful information out of the videos. Right, into session 2. Going to go with 30 laps of fuel. Again, we're going to save the pace. Try and protect the car as much as we can, especially given the driver's proclivity for not protecting the car. And out they go. Right. Hopefully, this time around, we will get these setups nailed. What would I say to the idea of them implementing a co-op part of the game? I think it could be cool, but I don't think it would be a major selling point of the game. I think a lot of people would be happy to just keep playing on their own. I don't see that as something that's going to suddenly transform the game massively. I think what would be better, would be the ability to have an editor of some kind, maybe to change liveries at the end of a season for teams, change driver lineups potentially. A more aggressive driver market is something that I want to see implemented, or not just driver market, hiring market, so staff as well, where other teams can approach and try and poach your drivers and your backroom staff. Alright, up to 90% for Liam. I'd like to see live timings introduced. Obviously the ability to create your own team would be quite nice. They would obviously need to do a bit of work with the whole board confidence thing, because it's not like you could be fired from your own team. Well, I suppose technically you could, but yeah, hostile takeover from the board. Race department has an editor and liveries. Yeah, but that's on PC only. It's not available for console users. This obviously is on PS5. So what you see is what you get.
Mate, what's going on? You will have a look at everything.
These runs are coming to an end soon. Still not really all that close. We've actually gone backwards with Oscar. But hopefully this run will have narrowed down where the changes need to go. Well, not really with Liam. I'm going to drop that rear wing down to a 9.5. Or front wing, sorry. Just not sure. Let's start playing around with boundaries or borders a little bit. Alright, so with Oscar, we have narrowed this one down a bit more. We went from there, which was 95, and dropped it down to, 93. But if we go this way, we will get it right. It's just a question, do I go 0.7 or 0.75? I think I'm going to go 0.75. That should, theoretically, do it. You'd love it if they incorporated previous seasons. In what way? In terms of like driver lineups and stuff? Yeah, I don't think that would work. That would just be too much, because the car models would all need to be different. Sponsorships might need to be different. I mean, let's not forget, the 2022 Mercedes had FTX plastered all over the car, and of course FTX does not even exist anymore. Sam Bankman-Fried is facing a very long time in jail, as he rightfully should. So yeah, I just don't think it would work. I mean, it would be nice to see some of the older stuff available. I mean, there were some great battles between Hackett and Schumacher in the 2000s, 98, 99, 2000. There were obviously the era that I grew up in, watching Senna, Prost, Mansell. It'd be great to do that. And I mean, I know that there was, for the previous game, there was the 1991 mod, and it would be great to see an official version of that get support, but yeah, I don't think that's something that's likely to happen with a game that's on an annual franchise. If this was a game that was released every 3 or 4 years with some updates, every year to address, changes to team lineups and stuff, that would be different. But with a game that's on an annual release schedule, yeah, I don't think we'll ever see any kind of that. Right, one last chance, and we might have rain in the session as well. We're going 28 laps of fuel, because we're a little short on track acclimatization. And one last throw of the dice to get these setups definitively nailed. Let's check the weather. Oh, it is going to rain, and it's going to rain quite a bit by the look of it. It'll be close, Baron. I mean, this is Monaco. It's a long race. 78 laps plus, safety car delays potentially. So, yeah, it'll be close, but we'll probably be finished.
A bit less curb. Yeah.
Right, getting ready for the arrival of quite a bit of water. Might need to... it'll be dabbling around full wet territory, but we'll stay on the inters.
A bit of rain. Yeah, copy that.
It's too much water to risk staying out on the slicks. I'm just inviting the drivers to do what Farah says they're going to do and just put it in the wall. I'd like to avoid that where possible. Here comes the big water. There we go.
Oscar pit line. Box repeat. Yeah.
Ah, we're close. We're so close. Give it a try. Just don't know one way or the other. Oh man, camber's way off. So I need my camber to be somewhere over here. I don't know what this is going to do to my front wing. I'm going to go with that. That puts traction on the boundary. It puts cornering on the boundary. At least I can nail down exactly which way I need to go. So this will give us our final bit of feedback, and then if necessary we can roll the dice heading into quali. So we're going to run a little bit longer than expected in this session.
Feedback.
As you can see, we're just floating with full wet conditions very, very briefly. It's going to be like that, I think, a lot. And we've got a VSC. Someone binned it.
Crash out, crash out, crash
It's
out.
not us. That's something. Oh, it's Hamilton. Oh, Farah's cheering already. I can hear him. Are we going to see a replay? I don't think we are.
Safety car.
Can't even find him. We're on the track.
Stay positive.
Copy. Yeah, we're not going to see the replay of what happened or where it happened.
VSC ending. Copy.
Right, track's going to start drying up soon. Hopefully we'll get our feedback in before our tyres explode. I mean, we should do. We're pretty close. Oh, I'm on soft tyres with Oscar. I forgot to change his tyres. Oh, no wonder he's been so slow. And holding everybody up. He's on the wrong bloody tyres. How he managed to keep it at the wall in full wet territory on softs, I don't know, but he did. Now everyone's just pouring past.
What's your feeling?
And he's got a perfect setup as well. We are still not there with Lawson. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm calling them both in. If he crashes on the way to the garage now, I swear to god.
Oh, it's got a bit late. Box slippy, caution. Copy.
Alright, so this one's going in the book. This is where I find out it's actually in the book all along. 10, 16, 8, 2. It's not that one. It's not far off. Yeah, instead of a 0.65, it's a 0.8. Alright, there we go. So, what is still wrong on Lawson's car? It's the roll bar. Everything else is perfect. It's the roll bar that's wrong. Okay, so it was an 8.2 after all. So now I just have to get everything lined back up again. I think that's it. I think that's the only change I need to make. So 10, 16, 8.2. I've got a 3.4 and a 0.9. Which I did briefly look at, I think. And yeah, that's a 3.4 and a 0.95. So 0.9 is going to be too much of a change, I think. Yeah, we'll go with that. My practice is done. Let's take a look at data view so we can see the condition of the other cars. New gearbox in for Leclerc. New engine in for Sainz. Yuki's still running an old engine but a new gearbox. Old ERS and engine for Norris and a new gearbox. Max on new engine, new everything. Perez, new ERS, new engine. Russell is on a new gearbox. Hamilton was running a new gearbox only. That might change now that he's crashed. Old stuff for Ocon with a new ERS. Gasly, old. Albon, old engine. Joe, old engine. Hopefully they stay in the car. Magnussen, old engine. Again, be nice if that stayed in the car. Same with Hulkenberg. Valtteri. That will almost certainly stay in, I think. Schumacher, newer engine, but not brand new. Stroll running a new engine. and Alonso running an old engine. So, interesting mix. Max has that 3-place penalty from the last race, where he crashed and picked up a 5-second penalty. So he won't be on pole.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
Qualifying means everything around Monaco. With little chance of overtaking in the race, getting as far up the grid as possible and keeping the car intact is every driver's goal on this unforgiving circuit.
If we could just talk about Mick Schumacher for a second. Given his recent form, how's he going to be going into this session?
It's interesting because they weren't that fast in practice. I'm not sure if this was a lack of pace or just the team trying different things, but I imagine we'll see their true performance soon enough.
Stay with us as we see who can deliver on motorsport's biggest stage.
Looks like we may be starting with wet tyres. Inters, yeah. One thing I've noticed is you can't pay attention to the tyres that are fitted in the cutscene of qualifying because they're always whatever tyres were fitted at the end of the previous session. So we saw full wets on Mick. We won't see that, you know, when he goes out, I don't think. I think I'm going to have to stick with that engine. I think that gearbox will get through. That ERS is fine. So not a great powertrain for Oscar, but hopefully won't impact him too much at this particular circuit. And we are guessing with that setup. So I'm going to take a screenshot. Oh no, we know that was almost in the book. It's 0.95. Okay, remember that. Alright, send them out.
Green light now.
Alright, everyone's piling out. Well, he's going to pile out pretty early, I think. This is the point of the session where the track's going to be at its best, I think, looking at that.
Work on the fronts as much as you can.
With the least amount of water, it is going to go into full wet territory in about 5 minutes.
Copy box.
I definitely want to get in front of... is that Bottas in front of me? It is. So I'm going to take manual control. Just don't want to get too close to Oscar. So I can force, there we go, force Valtteri to pull over.
Go one and get going. So let's push.
Copy.
There we go.
Overtake button.
Yeah, copy.
think Valtteri's the fastest man on track right now, but I needed to get in front of him because I didn't want the dirty air to impact our performance. Evening, Anthony. So 1:16.8 for Piastri, 1:16.3 for Lawson. I expected him to be quicker, but I didn't think he'd be that much quicker. And we did actually get ahead of Bottas. That's good.
Charge on.
Copy that.
Slow down.
Okay, mate, copy.
Predictions, expectations, hopes. Prediction, not a great result. Hopes, better than what I think, better than my expectation. And also hope that they don't put it in the wall. We are not going through at the moment. That is not encouraging. Might have to change Oscar's engine. I really don't want to do that, but just got to wait for the water to come back down a bit and then hope we can maybe squeeze an improvement out of the car. Water is coming down. How much is it going to come down? There's a lot of traffic on the track right now as well, which doesn't help. I think I kind of have to go now. Damn it, I'm stuck behind one of the Haas drivers. That's not good. I might have to take manual again.
Copy.
There's more cars on flying laps than I thought. Damn it. A few cars on in-laps as well. Magnussen's the only other car on an out-lap right now. There he is.
So we should be good on traffic.
Right, there we go. Got a little bit of separation now as Perez finishes his flying lap. Lawson's going to be my best chance of getting through, I think. just needs 5 thousandths to improve to beat Schumacher. Oh, god damn it, I'm going to catch Perez at the worst possible place. Alright, I think that's it. I think we're scuffed. Oscar's not improving. Still more water on the track than when we did our first lap. Lawson's not improving. That's it. I think we're done. Yeah, Oscar stays in 20th. And Lawson stays in 16th. So that's money lost because I gambled on both cars getting through and maybe one even getting into Q3, and we didn't get either of them out of Q1. Let's see who's on pole. It's Max, who will now start in 4th, which puts Perez on pole with Leclerc alongside, then Lewis, then Max. Then it'll be Sainz, Alonso, Norris, Stroll, Russell and Albon.
It's race day with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
Monaco can hand out unpredictable results, just like in 1982, when 4 race leaders hit trouble. Riccardo Patrese eventually claimed the win after managing to restart his stalled car by himself with a downhill bump start. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
So as the drivers prepare to weave their way around the streets of Monaco, you have to think there'll be twists and turns aplenty.
Ah, damn it! I should have, I should have gone with the setup that was in the book. Okay, well, it's close. It's very close. Right, what do I want to do strategy-wise tonight? That makes sense. But at the same time, this will be quicker on paper. Nine seconds quicker. I think, given I'm not expecting Oscar to do great things tonight, I think I'll do that with Oscar, and I'll go slightly more aggressive with Lawson. He's got a newer engine. He's more likely to be able to attack. We'll try that and split the strategy and see if it comes good. You know, we can always adjust strategies on the fly based on safety cars or anything like that, but we'll try this, I think. Let's go with no extra fuel because I'm almost certainly going to get lapped here. Let's go very aggressive off the line with Lawson. Not going to bother with Oscar. We'll just leave him to his own devices. Let's see how we do.
The streets of Monte Carlo are ready as the drivers prepare for the 78 laps of the Monaco Grand Prix. The Haas driver with a chance to impress a few people here.
It's going to be difficult for them. P18. That's going to be tough to make an impression on the race from there.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. We're here and the streets are abuzz at the Monaco Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
We might lose out to Hulkenberg here. He's on those softs. He's got the inside line. Oh, it's not Hulkenberg, it's Bottas. And we shut that down. Nice. Nice to hold the position.
Recharge on.
Okay.
No saving required.
Yep.
I'm just going to try and survive these first couple of laps. Piastri already dropping back, but he is not pushing and he's on hard tyres, so not that surprising. Although Hulkenberg is, well, Hulkenberg's pushing, so we'll hopefully close that gap back up. We've got a few runners on hards: Max, Sainz, Zhou, Hulkenberg, and obviously Oscar.
Stay
Let's
close
look
to
to
the
try
cars
and
in
close
front.
up the gap a bit now.
DRS enabled. P16 now for the moment. Use energy. Copy.
Can we get a move done?
We leave it to you.
Copy.
We can get a light. No, we can't get a run up the inside. Okay, so let's ease
Charge
off.
on.
Okay, copy.
Try and pick our opportunity. Oscar has caught up to the back of Hulkenberg.
Let's try and get past them. Copy.
Can I get a run through the tunnel?
Push on your fronts now.
Copy.
Nope.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
use energy.
Copy.
Careful on the energy.
Copy.
Come on, up the insides. There you go. Now we use the battery up the hill. Beautiful.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Look
Right,
after
Lawson
the front
dropping behind a
tyres.
bit. That's to be expected, given that we're chasing a couple of cars with better acceleration and grip than us. Nice if I could get Lawson into peak confidence. I don't know if I've got enough in the car to make another overtake. Not at the moment anyway. Just dipping off a touch. I'm going to have another crack at Gasly. Let's close up.
Stay close to the car in front.
Overtake button.
Yeah, copy.
It's going to be tricky because he's going to have the DRS as well, but like I say, if we can get alongside him into Sanderbot. No, we're too far back.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Just going to have to be patient on this one, I think. Try and wait for a gap. If Gasly does drop off the back of Yuki, we can have another attack and see if we can push through, but it's probably our best opportunity. Oscar has broken away from Hulkenberg, so that's something. Confidence is pretty high right now. Schumacher's definitely the finger in the dam right now, cork in the bottle, whatever simile you want to use. Metaphor. am I worried about the sack? I think I can survive failing the objectives as long as I can put in enough decent results to keep them in medium confidence. As long as I don't go into debt as well, should be okay, I think. Any tips on how to get a podium at Monaco and Alpine? It doesn't work like that. I mean, every game is different. Every race is different because drivers can make a mistake. It can completely throw out the order of things. You know, if you've got a competitive car, you've got a chance. If you don't, you don't. Unless the safety car happens or the red flag. Something to shake up the order of things. Maybe the leaders retire. But you can't predict that. It happens randomly in every race. So no, there are no tips really. Just make the best of what you've got. And see what happens. I don't have a spinning symbol. It must just be you, Mr. Watto. Right, Lawson is dropping back now. I think that might be it for our chances to move forward for a while anyway. Maybe when we move on to softs we can be a bit more competitive. Now we just have to kind of ride this out, I think. We have to turn the fuel down at some point as well. Keep pushing for a little bit longer. Like Schumacher was maybe pushing on that last lap. We are closing the gap back up again. So maybe his pace is going to drop off. Let's have a look. Yeah, he did a 1:15.2 last lap. As opposed to a 1:14.5 or whatever it was. So he is slowing down again. Yuki on a push though. Briefly, until he caught back up to Schumacher. Joe is slipping down the order on those hard tyres, so maybe we can have a crack at Joe. Bottas is starting to look a little threatening. Obviously defended though by Liam. Give him a little confidence boost. He's starting to fall back again. Piastri's is coming down a bit as well. Let's try and close up onto Zhou now.
We can put a bit of energy on tyres.
Copy that.
See if we can get Zhou to sit between us and Valtteri to give us a little bit of a buffer against those soft tyres.
Overtake button.
Copy.
We're close enough. Not there. Can we get him up the hill though? It's always tricky if you're not side by side at the start. Yeah, he just cut us off. All right, let's tuck in behind for another lap. Try again on the next one. Yeah, early years Piastri in this game does need a really good car to have any chance of a decent result. Sticking in an Aston in season 1, and he's actually not too bad. But yeah, he's definitely a driver that you have to develop.
Press and overtake.
Copy.
Full tyre push this time. Is that going to be enough? Right, we managed to get alongside, so battery up the hill. And we're through. Excellent stuff.
Back off, back off, back off.
He's down on the fuel. For both drivers now for a little bit. 1.1 kilos of fuel for a lap here. We'll watch that
But this
one
is
again.
what happened. Now the Alpha Tauri involved here. There's the opening. And the
You
Alpha
prefer the
Tauri
driver
manages
development from
to get
23.
by.
This is 23. I'm guessing you mean 22.
And small lift off to the tyres.
Copy box.
Lift off to avoid instability.
Copy.
So we've got our safety net now of Zhou behind us. That'll work for a while until our tyres wear down to the point where Zhou will become a threat. Checking on Oscar's pace, 163. It's not stellar, but you know, those hard tyres are not quick here. And neither is our car. He has opened up an 8-second lead over Hulkenberg since he got past him. And again, we're not too far away from Gasly, whose tyres will be starting to drop off a little bit. Evening, Derek. I'm doing a one-stop with Oscar tonight. I'm doing a two-stop with Liam. Joe's looking like he's going to try and push for a lap or two. Hopefully we can hold him back. No, we can't.
We can push one step more.
Try and beat him up the hill. Damn it.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
How are the tyres doing? I've got room to push the tyres a bit more. It's good, because I'm going to need to. Here comes Valtteri.
Copy that.
He's alongside. That's not good. All right, we saw him off. Just. Pull that another second over Hulkenberg in the last couple of laps. Max has now fought his way up into second place after that 3-second penalty, 3-place penalty in qualifying. We are now just about, I think, back in range. Just missed the DRS this lap, but we'll have it on Joe next lap, whose pace has dropped off again. He was very close to the back of Gasly. Gasly's now pushed at the same time that Joe has stopped pushing. And he lost 1.5 seconds on that last lap. He was within a second.
Stay close to the cars in front. Use deploy as much as you can.
Okay, mate, copy.
I think Joe is pushing still. Or pushing again. No, just a couple of tenths quicker. We did an identical lap time to Valtteri there, look.
Charge on.
Copy.
And Oscar's now closing on Magnussen. Whose tyres are starting to die off. Gasly's actually looked after his tyres quite well, which is why we struggle to get past him.
Stay close to the car in front.
Ooh, Okay, now this changes things. We are boxing early. Because all the guys on soft are going to box. I need to edit this strategy. And I think I might do the same for Oscar. Might put him onto 2 sets of softs. That's really pushing it. Maybe softs and mediums might be better. I mean, hell, I could even look at maybe medium and give him room to push, but let's go medium to soft.
There's a yellow
Stroll.
flag now.
Stroll crashed at Sandoval.
So here we go, heading into turn 1. Oh, and that's a pretty big impact there. And they'll definitely be facing a few questions from the team after that. And clearly then, not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see. .59, that's not bad. .45, that's even better. Nice.
So we need to back off.
Yeah, copy.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Okay, energy's good.
Copy.
And here's everyone else boxing as well, look. Or at least all the soft runners are going to box. There's Gasly getting off his tyres, Yuki getting off his. Valtteri stays out. That's a surprise. Valtteri and Schumacher both staying out. Especially looking at their tyre condition. Perez going to box. No, Perez is staying out. VSC now ending.
VSC
Okay.
ending.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
Can push one step more.
Copy that.
Oh, and Bottas pits at the worst possible time.
DRS is in the...
No saving required.
Yep. Copy.
And he's had
Now,
an
what
issue as well.
exactly happened there, Karun?
The Alfa Romeo team there standing by.
I shouldn't
However, they
laugh,
can't
but
seem to
yeah,
jack
he's
the
a
car
competitor,
up.
so I'm damn well going to laugh. That's going to allow Oscar to close up right on him. Although he's put on another set of softs, so he's going to be quicker. So we're up to 15th. Piastri up one place from where he started.
Use deploy, use deploy.
Okay.
Bringing in the tyres gradually. Monaco is an endurance race, not a sprint. And now Perez boxes. Again, if I was, in control of Red Bull, I'd have boxed Perez under that VSC. He's now effectively lost the race to Max, I think. Russell in as well. .111.3 for Charles Leclerc. Yeah, that's 3 seconds faster than we're doing with Lawson right now. Although this lap will be quicker than a 114 too. It should be in the 113s minimum. Maybe the 112s if we're lucky. Schumacher finally boxes, so again, even worse pit stop for Schumacher compared to Valtteri, because at least Valtteri got in the pit lane before the VSC stopped. That will promote us up to 14th. And the 113.0. Glad I used the battery now, otherwise we might not have got him.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
So 6 seconds behind Gasly. Fresher, got quicker tyres, but not necessarily a quicker car. He is stuck behind Yuki though. Let's jump ahead to that.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Yeah, copy, copy.
Schumacher is pushing on his outlap to try and close up and get those tyres up to temp. He's going to be a potential threat. Any upgrade brought for this race? Nothing significant. I think I managed to get Lawson's car up to the same spec as Oscar's. That's about it. So We've got more parts in the way, but of course they've been delayed, so we're going to be drip feeding those out over the next few races, unfortunately. Current round of development will be on both cars by the time we get to Hungary. But some will be on at Silverstone, a new rear wing for Silverstone, I think. Or maybe Austria. I can't remember which one's first, Silverstone or Austria. Austria. So we might have new rear wings for Austria. New chassis maybe for... Was it new chassis for Austria? Might be new chassis for Austria, new rear wings for Silverstone. New suspension for Hungary. We are dropping back as they're pushing a little bit, and we are not. Yeah, we'll make these tyres last a long old stint on these softs. I could go with another set of mediums towards the end. Give Liam a little bit more breathing room on the tyres like we've done with Oscar, but we'll play it by ear. If we get another safety car, we can look after the tyres again, recharge the batteries for free, save a bit more fuel. As Albon boxes, and there is another VSC.
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead.
It's a full safety car.
Debris,
Ooh.
right hand side exit 5.
Now this was at turn 1.
It's
There's
Hamilton.
a lot of wiggle room here. Has to be said.
Hamilton
that was
and Norris.
pretty
And
risky.
Norris is sunk. He's sunk through the ground. Norris is still going. Hamilton is out.
Hamilton went out. So look
And that's
for
a pit
debris
stop
there.
now for Albon and Hulkenberg. So Hulkenberg getting off those hard tyres. And I just went deaf. And that is a penalty for Norris. That was Norris's fault, apparently. So that's a 5-second penalty for Norris, who is in the box now. Now, did that penalty come through in time? It did, so he will have to serve it now. I mean, he's serving it under a safety car, which is the best time to serve it. But with that penalty, a wing change and a tyre stop, and not a quick stop. He is going to lose some positions. We might actually get him with Lawson here. It's going to be a sprint to the corner. Yeah, we got him. So we're up into 10th. And this is giving Lawson the wiggle room he needed on these tyres as well. It's also giving me a little bit more to play with Oscar's tyres. I can be a little bit more aggressive now. And it's worked out quite nicely for Perez. He got out just ahead of Max.
Copy.
Although Max is on... oh, Max is boxed. Max was on those soft, on those hard. So actually, that's worked out better for Max. He's switching to a 2-stop. I mean, he might have been on a 2-stop all along, but he's certainly switching to a 2-stop if he was on a 1-stop. Use the safety car to scarf down a brunch bar. Feeling a little bit peckish. This safety car has brought us right onto the back of Gasly, and that's put a potential overtake back in play. We do have the better compound of tyres. If we are going to get that move done, we're going to have to get it done pretty quickly before our tyres start to degrade. I don't think we're going to be under too much threat from Schumacher, but we are definitely going to be under threat from Norris and Zhou, and I think they'll get past Schumacher pretty quickly. Norris at least, probably Zhou as well. I don't think we've got a hope in hell of getting past Albon with Oscar. But maybe we can get onto the back of Valtteri and certainly close up onto Magnussen. We should be able to beat Magnussen. Just taking a look at confidence levels. Yeah, both degraded down to their starting levels as expected, so we need a strong restart. Did you miss much? Asks Baron. You missed, it depends how long you've been gone. Did you see the first VSC where we made our stops and switched up our strategies? Because if you did, you missed that, and now we've got a fourth safety car because Hamilton and Norris had a coming together at Sanderbot. The VSC was Stroll crashing at Sanderbot a few laps earlier. Safety car might be in at the end of this lap. Yep, there we go.
Safety car will be coming in this lap. So start to get ready.
Copy.
Now we can push one step more on tyres.
Okay, copy.
So let's lean on these tyres.
Copy.
I'm actually going to go straight away on this overtake if I can.
Stay close to the cars in front.
That's not encouraging. We're going to have to burn the battery.
You've got energy.
Alright,
Yep.
let's see if we can at least not burn the tyres at the same time.
Slow down.
Copy.
Already at risk of being dropped by Russell. That will help Gasly, but it won't help us unless we can get past Gasly. At the moment, that's not looking all that likely. Almost out of battery, and we are coming under pressure from Schumacher. tyre pace a touch.
DRS enabled.
We held them off into
No
Saint
energy.
Devots.
Copy, box.
We go charge on.
Copy, box.
Yeah, we are falling back
Bring
now.
the pack up.
Looks like the cars in front were playing possum with their battery. And where we had to use ours just to stay in range, they've now splurged. Unless they're really pushing their tyres. They might be pushing their tyres actually. Really hard. I've noticed the AI does have a tendency to really hammer their tyres for the first 3 or 4 laps of a race start, and it's kind of similar. Not as predictable, but similar with safety car restarts as well. Let's give Oscar a little bit more tyre now.
You're good to push on the tyres.
Copy.
Can we hold off Schumacher? Oh, he's going to have a lunge, maybe. Nope, we got him covered. Nice. That's more confidence there for Lawson. Really hoping we could get a move done on him on Gasly, just to give us an extra bit of confidence and kind of kick on with these tyres a little bit. But Yuki and Gasly have broken away. Maybe they'll come back towards us when Yuki stops pushing. Maybe not. I mean, that McLaren is definitely better than us right now. Oscar back onto Albon again. Magnussen is the choke point at the moment.
Back off now.
Copy.
It does look like we've weathered the storm. Still a couple of seconds off the back of Gasly, but we have kind of survived the concerted attack from Schumacher there. Oscar's immediately dropping back again. Right, push those tyres again.
Lean on the tyres.
Copy.
Avoid running Lawson's tyres down to the canvas before we stop, if at all possible. I'm not sure that is going to be possible though. Max with a new fastest lap. He's having a look at Sergio. They're side by side. Looks like Perez has just about held him off. They run up to Casino. Yuki's finally stopped pushing. We've suddenly closed up very quickly.
Stay close to the car in front.
weren't quite able to get the DRS. Valtteri has now dropped down behind Albon, who's broken away. And we have caught up. Excellent stuff. Let's try and get a little bit of battery in the car. I'd like to do that with Liam as well, but we're not really in a strong position at the moment. Let's try and just save a little bit here.
And we need charge.
While the tyres are on full push. I can't sustain this tyre push for long. Hopefully just long enough.
Energy.
Copy.
Lovely move from Oscar. Up the inside, used the battery up the hill, and he's through.
Back off now.
Copy.
And that gives us a nice boost to Oscar's confidence.
Go, we charge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Gasly is slipping. Here's a chance. This is what I was trying to put the battery in the car for. Rear wings open. Battery on full deploy. Tyres on full push. Throw it up the inside. And then power up the hill. Oh, we had a collision.
Big shunt.
We've
Careful.
pretty much killed Gasly, I think. I think we got away with that. I don't think we actually suffered any real damage.
I got some. Oh my.
And you can just feel the frustration from the team watching on the monitors.
Not sure whose fault that was. We may get a penalty for that.
Back off, back off, back off.
The ERS has now just dipped below 40%. That was always going to happen in this race. But yeah, tyres didn't take a knock. Didn't lose any aero parts on the car. We got away with that. Unless we get a penalty. What happened to Gasly? Down in 14th. Oh, his tyres are dead. Absolutely destroyed those tyres. And his wings damaged as well. Chance for Oscar to get a move done here.
Use energy.
Yeah.
Charge on.
Copy.
Ah, damn it, Gasly got to the pits before we could get to him. I was hopeful that we could maybe get an overtake on him, but
Gasly pitted.
never mind. We've broken away from Valtteri.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Closing in on the back of Albon.
We're good to push on the tyres.
Copy.
Oscar's had another shocker. No, Oscar's been fine. He started 20th. We just didn't have any pace in the wet in qualifying. We started 16th and 20th. And I started Oscar on the hard tyres, which dropped him way back because everyone else in front was quicker. But, you know, he's up to 15th. He's ahead of 3 other cars, plus the 2 that crashed. Lawson has managed to squeeze his way all the way up to 9th. he started on a more aggressive strategy. Pretty much back on the line with the tyres with Lawson. Gasly's gone mediums, which should get him to the end. Oops. That's what I meant to do. And the pressure from Schumacher again. Holding him off. Well, I never looked to see what that did to our confidence level, actually, that crash. I'm guessing it hurt it. A little bit. We're back at default starting level. Oscar's confidence still looking good. Getting back onto the pack behind Lawson. I have to say, I'm surprised that Schumacher has held position against Norris and Zhou. Looking like a little bit better than that. Pit window next lap. Oh, definitely coming under pressure. We're just keeping a watching brief right now. Gasly's definitely got some damage as well because he's dropping back on Hülkenberg. I am considering an undercut with Lawson. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go mediums with Lawson.
Stay close to the cars in front.
Oscar's now reached the back of the queue.
We box.
Copy box.
Medium seems slow with Piastri. Well, Piastri is on the back of cars with the soft tyres. He's got slightly better grip, but the car's terrible. He just doesn't have what he needs to be able to punch through. He doesn't have a massive grip advantage either. I mean, there you see Albon in front. His soft tyres are in pretty good shape. I'm going to delay Lawson's stop by another lap. Still got some push left in these tyres.
Box.
Copy, box.
One more lap.
If you could push a bit harder and try and get up to him, let's see.
Albon's trying to find his way past Magnussen. We're going to try and find our way past Albon. That might be tricky. Yeah, not getting through. Let's go into harvest mode.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Refill the battery, ready for when we do make the stop.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
I mean, I could go softs with Lawson and just about make them. But I want to make sure that you know, I can push to the end and defend. I am undercutting with Lawson. I'm looking at Norris as my target for Piastri. He's going to be out for a while yet, and then he's going on to softs. So I want to try and beat him in if I can, and get in front on a new set of softs with Oscar. I need to keep Oscar out a little bit longer if I'm going to do that.
Let's get him.
2.6, that's not bad. I can comfortably get out ahead of Gasly. And now I've got a little bit of room to really push with these tyres, which I wouldn't have had if I'd gone on to softs.
Overtake button.
So I've got a chance to at least hold position against all the cars that were behind me, and maybe, if I'm lucky, get an undercut on Yuki here by absolutely hammering the car for the next 2-3 laps. You see the pace is immediately picked up in front of Oscar.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
You see Schumacher did a 1:14.5 last lap. See what he does on this lap. Might just be that, you know, Piastri was running slow. 1:14.8 or so. No, oh, he's under pressure. He's been overtaken by Zhou. So Zhou has finally been able to get his move done. Schumacher's fighting him all the way. Looks like Oscar just had a bad lap last lap. He's done a 14.0 this time round.
Charge on.
Yeah, copy.
What would be absolutely ideal would be for us to box, get ahead of the drivers, and then there'd be a red flag. Because then we could get some more fuel in the car, we could get full batteries, and we could put brand new softs on both cars as well. That would be ideal, but yeah, our luck doesn't really work that way, unfortunately. Usually goes the other way. It's like, oh, you made a stop. Right, red flag. Everybody gets a free stop. Right, here we go then. Schumacher into the pits. This is a crucial stop. He's gone mediums. It's clean. It's not quick, but it's clean. It's going to be a sprint. We should easily get him here. Yep, there he is. We did a 1:12.6 on that last lap. So we are in undercut territory on Yuki now. But he will almost certainly be going for a set of softs and be all over the back of us. So just got to try and make hay while we can.
Copy.
Oscar's getting close to his stop. With like to get an overtake done on Albon if at all possible. Just give us an extra little confidence boost before we do stop. Magnussen's in.
Magnussen has now stopped. Bottas pitted. Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Soft tyres for Magnussen. Yuki is in. There is Yuki. And we got him. We've gone through. We got Yuki. So now we have to cool those tyres right down.
We need to back off.
Copy.
Bottas is in. He's gone mediums. What did Yuki go? He did go soft, as I thought he would. Albon might well box at the end of this lap.
You can use energy.
Yeah.
Boxing next lap, regardless with Piastri, unless... Yeah, Albon's pushing like hell, so he must be boxing. Oh, he's staying out. Okay. I don't think we were close enough. We weren't. Hulkenberg boxes. Can Lawson get Hulkenberg? Yes, he can.
Box.
So we're running in 12th place. But we've got 3 cars in front of us, well, 4 cars in front of us that are all going to be boxing. So Lawson is a net P8 right now. Got a 5-second lead over Yuki, but that gap's going to come down quick.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
There's
Back off
Albon
now.
boxing. Joe's in the box. So, and Albon's boxing as well. They're double stacking.
Oscar Piastri.
That's a risk for Williams.
Copy.
And that's going to hold up Albon. We should be able to jump him here. .7. We jumped them both. Oh, beautiful. We jumped them both. And we've come out just behind Magnussen and Schumacher. And Schumacher's on mediums, so it's had to come up nice. Those Williams are going to be very quick, though. We're going to have to really watch out for Oscar getting attacked. What a couple of laps that was. The complexion of this race has changed dramatically. Alonso's in the box. We might temporarily... Oh no, Alonso's out of the box. Yeah, we're 9 seconds behind Norris, but he's got a pit yet. So we are going to claim back time on Norris. Where is Max? Oh, he's a long way off. He's not going to lap Lawson. Oscar's got his tyres up to temp. Let's protect them now.
Slow now.
Copy.
I was questioning whether I'd made the right decision blowing Piastri's battery that we'd put in right before he stopped, but I'm glad I did now because it gave us the undercut that we needed on Albon, who actually lost out to Bottas as well. And we actually managed to undercut Joe as well, which is beautiful. Norris stays out again. He's quick, even on those softs, he's still quick. He's doing 1:13.5 on that last lap. As Lawson do. 1:13.8, and we just overtook Russell. I mean, that's not going to stay, but... wow.
We need more liftoff.
Yeah, copy that.
1:12.9 for Oscar, 1:11.9 for Joe, who is furious and pushing. Need to make sure I get into the slipstream of the cars in front, because I'm going to have to stop burning fuel soon. Russell's all over the back end. Yeah, he's got through already. That was expected.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Oh wow, Yuki has really flown at
Let's
us as
have a
well.
look at that.
He's less than a
It
second
was
behind.
George Russell involved. It's there for the
Yeah,
taking.
Yuki's been tearing up the track. There he is.
And George Russell says thank you very much.
George Russell can kiss my fucking ass.
No energy.
Copy.
Alright, this is where the medium tyres are going to be a risk. Because cars that are faster than us on a much grippier, faster compound tyre are going to do to us what George just did, and that's bend us over and spank us. Norris finally boxes. And that is the set of softs I thought it was going to be. A little longer than I thought it would. Oh, Yuki's just going to dive bomb us here. Yeah, I will gladly accept P9. I mean, I'll be happy with just a point, but I'll be happy with P9 here.
Keep pushing.
There's a chance that maybe we can come back at Yuki if we can stay with him, as his tyres drop off at a faster rate than us. The question is, can we stay with him? And Oscar has definitely got a chance to get ahead of Magnussen. But not quite yet. Not with Schumacher in front like that. Norris has gone out in front of Bottas and Albon, so Albon's really lost out with that double stack pit stop. Yeah, we are barely hanging on.
Use and deploy when you can.
Copy.
Still got some wiggle room on the tyres in terms of tyre life.
Copy.
Don't want to burn it all too quickly. Here's a chance.
Push more.
Copy.
Use energy.
Copy. Lovely stuff.
You're doing a good job.
Lovely stuff indeed. Good move. Very good move, Oscar.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Let's keep the push going just to go onto the back of
They'll come to us.
Schumacher.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Copy.
If I can get Lawson and Piastri together as well, that will certainly help protect them from, you know, they can protect each other. Could we get both cars in the points? It's a pipe dream right now, but I mean, it's not an unrealistic pipe dream.
Copy.
We've got Oscar into peak confidence. Just need to get onto the back of Schumacher. We should have enough tyres in the car to hold Schumacher off with Lawson. And hopefully we're going to have enough in the car with Oscar and his new confidence level to get past Schumacher. And then we might switch around. We might let Piastri have a crack at going after Yuki. I don't know yet. I'll be a bit harsh on Liam. But they've both driven fantastically today.
No saving required. So take it easy.
There we go, we've gone in range. Now we just need to stay here for a bit, get a bit of battery.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of wiggle room on Piastri's tyres as well. Not a huge amount, but a little bit. Oh, he's going for it.
Do everything you can.
No, he's not going to get him. Unless he can get alongside up the inside, maybe. Nope.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Keeping pace with Yuki right now.
You're good to push on tyres.
Yeah.
Get your head down, you can do this, come on. Energy is available.
Copy.
Right, come on, Oscar. You got this. Ah, little move from Schumacher. Couldn't quite get up the inside. All right, let's calm the tyres down, save some battery again, have another crack on the next lap. Schumacher's pushing, he's closed the gap to Lawson. Well, I wouldn't say pushing, just Lawson had a slow lap. Maybe Schumacher is pushing because that gap is coming down and down and down. A little worrying. This is why I want to get past Schumacher ASAP. Let me just give Lawson a little push to keep him out of Schumacher's DRS. I've got to get this move done now because I might not get the opportunity again. Go on, go on, go on. Beautiful, beautiful. There's 2 cars in the points. Monaco, baby.
You can back off a bit. Schumacher crashed.
Schumacher crashed.
Caution through there.
Oh, he tried to hang it around the outside and he couldn't.
It's not going the way that...
As more lift off to the tyres.
Okay, copy.
Need to look after
Right,
the
I
tyres.
have a decision to make now.
Charge
Do I
on.
leave Lawson
Copy.
behind as the blocker and free up Oscar? Or do I get Piastri to sit and block with his higher confidence? I think I have to free up Oscar to have a go. Oscar's in peak confidence with soft tyres. I think I have to free him up to at least close the gap to Yuki, if nothing else. I'll try and keep Lawson with him as much as I can.
Slow down.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, Piastri 6/10 nearly quicker than Yuki on that last lap. Got 11 more laps after this one. And Max is coming. There's Max. Max is going to lap at least some of the cars that are chasing us. This might give us a little bit of respite from some of the cars behind. I don't know if he'll catch it all the way up to Magnussen or not. What's he doing? He's doing 1:11.8. Oh yeah, he's going to catch most, if not all, the cars behind. Hopefully we can stay on the lead lap. Only a couple of tenths quicker than Yuki. I would like to send Piastri off after Yuki, but I got to keep Lawson with me, I think. And just try and gradually ease up on the pair of them, because Magnussen has closed the gap. Zhou's right behind him. Norris isn't too far back. And then Albon. Max is coming though. We might just see him pop into shot. There he is. There's Max.
Push 2 steps harder.
I can just push Lawson's tyres a little bit more. Let's push the pair of them for a lap or so. And brake Magnussen, which I think I just did. That will help. Yes, we did just brake Magnussen. Excellent. That put him under pressure from Zhou. And side by side, we've got 10 laps to go for Max, 11 for us. We're creating a little bit of a gap to Zhou, who is still side by side with Kevin. That should hopefully slow them down through the hairpin here. Apparently not. And will get us a little bit closer to the back of Yuki as well. Now gradually getting some battery back in the car. If I can get onto Yuki, I can attack with Piastri and then, I don't know, see what we can do with Liam. But at least Liam will be on the back of Yuki to get some defence from Zhou and co behind. Stop pushing Oscar now. And keep pushing Lawson for another lap just to make sure he stays in range. He just gets 2 seconds. Here comes Zhou. His tyres are better. Max now almost on the back of Bottas. There's Max. That's how close he is. And he's going to be lapping Bottas and Albon as soon as they come out of this sequence of corners. That's Bottas laps. Albon's actually broken away a little bit.
Back off, back off, back off.
Copy.
It's going to be so tense. 9 laps to go. And keeping pace with Yuki, just 2.3 seconds, the gap. Zhou has broken away from Magnussen, so Zhou's going to be the threat. Yuki pulling away. I think he's on a push lap. Max now cutting his way through. He's going to lap all of us. Well, this will give us fuel. You've just got to be really careful how we get past here. If we get past in an awkward place, that will give Zhou a real opportunity to attack Lawson. so fast.
Lean on the tyres as much as you can. So let's push.
Copy that.
That's Joe pulling over.
Back off. We need to focus on the energy now. Overtake button.
Copy.
Right, we survived.
Use energy now.
Yep.
And now we want to try and really push to get in a position to have a crack at Yuki.
Recharge on.
Okay, mate, copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Be 6 laps to go.
And now it is 5 laps to go. Now that we've been lapped. And that's Yuki getting lapped. There he is.
Stay close to the cars in front.
Unfortunately, Yuki is staying close enough to Max to get a tow.
Five to go. Keep looking after these tyres.
Yep. Copy.
So take it easy in the fast corners.
Copy.
Just don't have the pace to go after Yuki, so rather than gambling and failing to get Yuki and leaving Liam completely exposed, I'm not going to chase after those extra 2 points that we would get for passing Yuki. I'm going to protect the point that we would lose if we failed, and Lawson would get swallowed up.
4 to go.
Yuki is staying close enough to Max to have pulled himself clear and safe from us.
So we need one step more
Let's just
management.
bring it home now.
Copy.
So focus on bringing the tyres down.
Okay. We need to protect the front tyres.
Copy that.
Switching our drivers was the right call, I think. Putting Piastri in with a potential possibility, especially given that his confidence is much higher. But also, by the same token, protecting Lawson was definitely the right decision over chasing after Tsunoda.
3 to go.
We've got 2 laps to go.
You can push harder.
Copy.
And when you consider we started this race 16th and 20th in a car that is, with the best will in the world, crap. This has been phenomenal. This has easily been our best result of the season. You know, at a circuit that's notoriously hard to overtake at, we have managed to make some overtakes on track. We've done some in the pits. We've had a couple of cars retire. And we've made very good strategic decisions with our strategy as well. And it has just gone beautifully. I am so happy. After the horrible, horrible races we've had this year, Baku notwithstanding. This is, it's such a relief. And before anyone questions it, we are still on hard.
Automatic button.
Copy.
Round Anthony Noakes for the final time to the line, and it is 9th place
over the finish
and
line
10th place.
and today's winner.
Oh my god, both cars in the points. 3 desperately needed points.
Everybody enjoyed that, well done.
That's more than doubled our total for the season. We're on 2 points going into this Grand Prix thanks to Baku. We now have 5. I'm drained. Physically and mentally drained. But I am so happy. We worked so hard to try and squeeze out any kind of result this year, and this was a tough race, but we got it bang on. Absolutely bang on. I think we got the absolute best we could out of this race. What a result. 2 cars in the points.
Now, wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
An outstanding performance today to have made the top 10. Not many would have expected this from the team, to be honest.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
4 superb wins to their name now this year, and it's been a pleasure watching them drive.
Always a special occasion here in the incomparable Monte Carlo. They'll be pushing the boat out here tonight, no doubt. And down there in the Tauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
It was a really strong outcome for them today, with both drivers performing well, capping off a good weekend.
And thank you everyone for joining us this weekend here in Monaco.
Formula One will be back to Europe for the next round, on the shores of the Mediterranean, with some heated competition to look forward to in Spain.
Okay, confirmation of the final result. Max with win number 4 from 7 this season, extending his gap over teammate Perez in the championship. Sainz got the fastest lap at 1:09.9. That's quick. It's very quick. But down 2 places, unfortunately. Same for Leclerc. The Ferrari's just not competitive. Look how far behind they were. 23 seconds behind Perez. 38 seconds nearly. 7.5 seconds behind Max. And Leclerc right behind Sainz. Alonso up 1 to finish in 5th. Ocon gaining 5 places. Good result for him. Helped with Stroll and Hamilton taking themselves out of the race. But he's up 5 places to 6th. Russell up 2 to 7th. Yuki up 6 places to finish in 8th. Strong points from McLaren again. We are chasing them in the Constructors, so that does not help. But 11 places gained for Oscar Piastri, starting last on the grid. And Lawson up 6 places to finish in 10th. 2 cars in the points. Love it. And looking a bit further down, bad race for Norris. Bad race for Albon. Bad race for Schumacher with that late crash. And Gasly, well, disastrous race for him with that collision with Lawson, where he was trying to overtake through Sandbot. He clipped us, went into the barrier, and pretty much killed his race. In the Drivers' Championship, Max extending his gap. He is 22 points clear of Checo now. Leclerc does move up into 3rd place by a point from Fernando, and having jumped Stroll as well. Sainz moves up above Russell by 2 points, just 3 off the back of Stroll now. So a little bit of a redemption race for Ferrari there. Gasly, no points, as we saw. Ocon with 8 points, closes the gap on his teammate once again. Hamilton, again, no points for him with his first DNF of the season. Norris, no points for him. He drops down a place as well. Yuki closes the gap a little bit to his teammate, but is still a way off. 4 points for him. Zhou in 13th, Albon 14th. There is Liam Lawson with an extra point now on 3 points for the season in 15th. And look at that, Oscar Piastri right behind him with 2 points in 16th, up 3 places ahead of Bottas, Magnussen and Hülkenberg, with Schumacher also yet to score. In the Constructors' Championship, the picture changes a little bit. Massive points victory today for Red Bull over Aston Martin. That gap now nearly 140 points, 136 points clear. They have double Aston Martin's points there. Ferrari now within just 2 of Aston again. Mercedes in 4th place. Alpine closing by 2, but still a little way off. McLaren in 6th, pulling away from Williams. We do close them down by 3. We're within 9 points now. We're in single-digit deficit to Williams. And more importantly, we've pulled away from Haas and Alfa Romeo a little bit more. So 8th looking a little bit nicer. In the pit stop challenge, let's see, we got 3rd with Oscar, a 2.45, and a 2.59 gives us 8th with Liam. Red Bull were quick, 1st and 4th, so they will stretch their lead, but not a great performance from McLaren, 6th and 9th. So they will lose a bit of ground on us. Ferrari 7th and 2nd. Let's see what that does to the standings. We do lose the lead again to Red Bull. Just 2 points in it though. McLaren losing out another 9 points. So we're now 70 points clear to McLaren in 3rd place. Ferrari do hunt them down a little bit. They are 17 points away. But yeah, we are going to be fighting our sister team all the way to the end of the season again, it would seem, for the pit stop competition. And let's see our driver performances, starting with Liam. 1 successful overtake. I thought he got more than that. Most of his passing, I think, was done in the pits. 6 failed attempts to overtake. 18 successful defences, though. Just 3 failed. He was very good at defending. Oscar should be a little bit more aggressive with his overtakes. Let's have a look. 4 successful overtakes, 6 failed. 3 successful defences, and 0 failed. So not really under much pressure from behind in that race, but was able to make it count going forward. And considering how hard it is to overtake at that circuit, 4 out of 10, that's not too bad. 1 out of 7, not great, but overtaking not Liam's strong point. In terms of sponsors, we pay out a bonus for Liam, 10 grand for finishing in the top 10. Sponsor-wise, not so good because of our horrendous qualifying. We failed with our quali streak. We didn't get the fastest lap. Surprise, surprise. And we failed to get our quali position. But on top of that, we also failed to get in both cars into Q2 and 1 car into Q3, which cost us $74,000. That's not so good. So we do lose a bit of potential money, but we still come out with about 2.9 mil. And there is the spare front wing that, thank God, we didn't need to use. So we have a spare front wing. Ooh! Let's take a look at car inspection results. Both cars came through unscathed. No parts have worn out. That's good. There we see it's Franco Colapinto from Jürgen Hoffmann and Donna Tanner in the F2 race. Hiroshi Onishi ahead of Juan Manuel Correa and Christian Mansell in the F3 race. And Donna's having a good season. I think, did we actually scout her? Or are we still in the process of scouting her? Where is she? She's in 8th place right now. Oh, we have scouted her. Yeah, she's got some potential. Might pick her up as our reserve next year. Try and develop her a bit. So we can promote a female driver onto the grid. If not through us, then certainly getting her ready for another team. We shall see. Right, scouting on Hugh Bird is ready. Let's have a look. Yeah, his composure stat is not great. Who else did we scout? We scouted Marcus Dudley. And he's not bad, 87. Very strong overall engineer. Not interested in joining us. Surprise, surprise. Plus we can't anyway because we're not a top 5 team yet. So we couldn't approach them for next season. And Javi, who is a free agent. We would be looking to put him in instead of Mattia. And his composure is actually slightly worse. His feedback is worse. His communication's good, but that's probably the least important stat this year. I don't think he's worth it. I mean, that is my primary target, Josh. He is better. He's still not interested, but maybe he will be at the end of the year. You never know. Right, let's take a look at car part development. We've only got 4 days turnaround until Barcelona, the third leg of a triple header. So, what parts can we work on? We've got a slot available. Nothing is due to drop. So let's have a look. We still need another chassis. Underfloor, not too worried about. What's the life like left? Rear wing's going to break, but I think we've got rear wing spares. Underfloor is close to breaking. Might get 2 more races out of that. Rear wing again, looking a little wobbly. Suspension has only got 1 more race in it. We are working on chassis and underfloor, so I don't have to worry about those. So I need to worry about suspensions. Am I manufacturing one? I am. It's 32 days away. It's a long way off yet. So I'm going to need to make a spare suspension, I think, to replace the one that's going to wear out. Let's just do one of those. Would have been nice to do another front wing, but just don't have enough slots available. And the suspension does take 8 days. It's a bit long. So let's see. How did the board react to that? They should be delighted. They're satisfied. Come on. Really? Really? Ugh. So that's frustrating. That's very frustrating. Boardroom upgrade in 15 days. I got 4 million in the bank. Looking to see where I can spend that money. Could go ahead and get the refurb done on the race sim. That might be our best shout. I'm going to wait till after Spain, I think. If we can get through Spain without spending any more money, that'll give us more options, I think. Because we have got parts that will need to be made in one shape or another, be it replacement parts or new parts in production. So, yeah. We'll see if we can hold off another couple of days. And the wind tunnel did have a fault, so as much as it pained me to do so, shutting it down was the right decision. It's saved us money. We haven't had to pay to get that fault sorted out, and we don't have to have a lengthier shutdown to get repairs done. So, yeah, it was painful, but it was the right call. Okay, underfloor is done. So is chassis. So that's a spare for each of those 2 parts. There we go, looking a little bit healthier now. So let's go ahead and make another spare front wing or 2. I'm not working on a front wing, am I? No, I'm not. So yeah, we'll go with 2 because they are quite easy to break. I'm going to go 3. Screw it. It'll be a little while, I think, until we can make another front wing, you know, in development. And there we go. We are now ready for Barcelona, which is tomorrow night's race. What a difference a day makes. I was so downcast last week with the way results were going. And then, you know, Imola was not a great performance. And it just left me feeling a little bit more deflated. And then tonight, what a change. You know, what a difference 24 hours makes. We had a little bit of magic in Monaco and got both cars into the points. I'm a little annoyed the Boyd with them just satisfied. An amazing night tonight. I've thoroughly enjoyed that race. To get both cars in the points was really, really special. And it's one more points finish towards our season objective to finish in the points in 12 races. So we've only got 10 more to do to achieve that objective. Sounds so simple, really, doesn't it? But it really won't be. I can guarantee that much. No upgrades for Barca. I think we're probably going to get kicked around a bit in Barcelona, especially as probably quite a few cars will start switching over power units that haven't in the last race. So expect us to be back near the bottom of the grid again tomorrow, especially considering the car is lacking a little bit in certain areas. There are some high downforce corners at Spain, which will be a little easier, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if there are some upgrades for cars. We'll check that tomorrow before we start the stream, or before we start the race. So yeah, that's all for tonight, and I will be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.